Right, welcome to my weekly 10 show on this lovely spring evening. Um, yeah, I'm just checking to see if I'm on. I'm on. Okay, so welcome to tonight. Tonight I'm going to be talking about self-belief and learning how we can believe in ourselves. And before I do shoot into that, I want to just mention that I'm still available for one-to-one coaching and group coaching specifically as well. I'm also doing seminars and speaking events at the moment, mainly centered around my book, because the book's on its way to getting published. It's going to be out very soon, and I'm going to be taking pre-sales soon as well on that. So it's really gathering pace now. I've got the publisher and everything signed up and ready. So yeah, it's getting quite exciting on that front, and hopefully that it will be out soon. And so the sooner I finish writing that, the sooner you'll be able to read that. So yeah, and like I said before in other shows, if you're interested in ordering a copy of that or being put on the waiting list for that, then just sign up for my mailing list, which I'll leave again in the box here tonight. Okay, so what is confidence? So what is it? It's essentially, and this is the dictionary definition, it's a feeling or belief that you can do well or succeed at something. That's what confidence is. What drains our confidence? It's the same thing. A feeling or belief that we're not good enough to do something, that we're not able to succeed at what we decide we want to do. So much of my life, I've struggled with low self-esteem. I've struggled with confidence, self-belief, all of these sort of things. Maybe not outwardly, because I do project an image of confidence normally, but inwardly, I would dislike myself. I'd have a lot of self-loathing going on there. I would doubt myself. I would question things. I would blame myself for things that had gone wrong in the past, feel guilty about things. I beat myself up all the time over things and just generally not feel good enough. And especially since I've become a coach, I've struggled also at times with imposter syndrome because of that same thing. It's beliefs that we've built up over the years that we're not good enough to do something. And that affects how we show up in life. It affects our confidence. It affects our self-belief. It affects everything that we choose to do. So because I've struggled personally with accepting myself and things that I may have done in the past and the consequences of those things and stuff like that, for as long as I care to remember, and it's affected pretty much everything that I've chosen to do in my life. I've held myself back from things because I felt that I wasn't able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. I thought there's no point even trying in certain situations, So but it was only quite recently, I'd say in the last, 6 months, 7 months or so, that the penny sort of truly dropped with me. That I had to become much more aware, consciously aware of my thoughts and beliefs, which were affecting me in this way, which were affecting my confidence, which were affecting my belief, my self-belief, and creating these self-doubts and things that were stopping me moving forward in the way that I wanted to move forward. So I had to learn not only to become much more aware of what I was telling myself, consciously and subconsciously, but also become much more accepting of who I am now, who I was before, and all the things in between. Because until you accept yourself for who you are, it's very hard for you to then move forward and remove any self-defeating thoughts and beliefs that might hold you back. So acceptance is key if you really want to start moving forward and creating confidence in your life and start really producing the things. And when you talk about accepting things, it doesn't mean that you're saying, yeah, that's okay, I did that, whatever happened in the past, I accept it's all right. No, you don't have to accept something was okay. You accept the good and the bad as it is. You can't change what's happened in the past. You can only learn from it. So if something's not gone to how you would have liked, instead of beating yourself up about it and telling yourself what a bad person you were, reflect upon it in a way which gives you the insight, the learning, the wisdom that you've took away from that, which is now helping you move forward. So that's what accepting something in the past or something you don't particularly like about yourself means. It doesn't mean saying, you accept it was good or, bad. There is no right or wrong. There is no bad, good or bad, because we learn from the difficult situations, and the good situations provide us with lots of other great things. So what I've learned is that when we stop allowing our subconscious thoughts and beliefs, past conditioning, to influence us and drive us and create, firstly our thoughts and our beliefs, but then our emotions, we're allowing our emotions to control us. Because when you're allowing your subconscious to choose your thoughts and beliefs for you, you're also allowing it to choose your feelings for you. So that means that you're never truly in control of your emotions. Your emotions are in control of you as a consequence. So in order to be the best version of myself, I had to start becoming much more conscious and aware of what I was thinking. And it means being much more aware of when I wasn't thinking things that were serving of me. So a good way of doing that is by giving yourself the metaphorical alarm clock. Every time your mood drops, check in with yourself. It's your opportunity to stop and reflect and think about what you're actually thinking consciously. So as soon as you do that, you bring the subconscious mind into the conscious, and you're able to identify what you're actually thinking. And if it's something that's not serving of you, then you can also choose to change that to something that is. So it could be just accepting something. It could be just becoming much more consciously aware of what perspectives would serve you, and reframing that thought or perspective to something that's actually going to fuel your emotions in a much more positive way. So you're building confidence and not draining it instead. So you're giving yourself the opportunity to think of a thought that would create things such as power, calm, happiness, joy, those sort of things. And when you choose a thought that's much more fueling of those sort of emotions, you suddenly find yourself and your confidence rise. And that's where you start feeling much more in control of your emotions, and able to actually do the things that you choose to do, rather than being at the whim of your self-doubts and your worries and the concerns and your anxieties and all the things that stop us moving forward in life. So none of us are actually born with confidence. It's something that we generate. We learn to develop throughout life. And it's like any emotion that we experience in our lifetime, we create ourselves, consciously or subconsciously. We're always creating our emotions. So we're never, even though we can allow our emotions to control us, we're still in control of that. We're still in control of what we want to be feeling at any given time. So if you're feeling low, it's because you're telling yourself subconsciously something that's making you feel low. So when you understand that, and when you become much more aware of what the underlying thoughts are behind your drop in energy, your drop in mood, you're able to change that. You're able to identify whatever the thought is, and you're able to change it to something that's much more serving. You might choose to feel like a victim, or feel angry or frustrated, or all those things that drain us. But it's much more productive in the long term if you're choosing thoughts and feelings that work for you and push you forward and move you forward and create things in life. So if you're constantly doubting yourself all the time and your abilities all the time, and stop and ask yourself, exactly what am I telling myself in this situation? Why am I telling myself I can't do this job? Or why can't I ask that girl out? Why can't I, get a top paid job, or whatever it is? Why are you telling yourself you can't do something? Get to the bottom of it. Look at the underlying belief behind that and where it came from, because you'll probably find that it came from something many years ago which is not relevant now, a fear that was developed when you're 10 years old or 15 years old or something like that, which is no longer relevant now, and it's holding you back still in your adulthood. So once you understand that your feelings are always within your control, you're well on the way. Then that's it. You've cracked it. You're on the way to creating confidence, and I mean creating confidence all of the time, in any moment, any day. So you're able to actually switch that switch and turn it on when you choose to. And if you choose to reframe any draining thoughts, fears, and limiting beliefs with new perspectives, new thoughts, new beliefs, which create feelings of power, strength, calmness, peace, joy, contentment, all of these good things which we enjoy, then you will find your energy will rise, and alongside that, your confidence and your self-belief will rise as well. So if you're struggling to break free of a mindset which only sees problems, judgments, difficulties, the things that we don't want in life, reasons why we can't move forward in life. If you're struggling with a mindset that's constantly seeing those sort of things, then it will be hard to see anything that's positive in life. You'll constantly see all that's wrong with the situation. You're never going to see what's good about a situation. Therefore, it's imperative, it's absolutely imperative to focus on becoming much more consciously aware of what you're thinking and what you're telling yourself and what you're feeling and what your actions, what actions are coming out of those counterproductive thoughts, because 9 times out of 10 you're very unlikely to make a positive move forward if you're constantly feeling this way. So the results of doing that, of actually becoming much more consciously aware and choosing perspectives that serve you in those situations, the results of doing that are that you're far more productive, you're far more successful, you're far more happier, you're far more fulfilled in everything that you do, in every area of your life, and you become much more in line with who you really want to be living in life. So, and that's when you fuel the new beliefs that you change the old ones with, which then go on to reinforce your newfound self-belief. And that, my friends, is how you develop self-belief. And that's what I've done, and that's what I help people do now. So if you're interested in working with me to find a way to develop confidence and move forward with your life in a much more constructive and productive way consistently, and perform at your best consistently, then give me a call and we'll have a chat and see if we can work together. And for now, I'm going to go and have my dinner. So have a good night. See you soon. Bye.